Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my video. Today I've got my hands on a 1994 Honda Legend. Now this is the second generation of Honda Legend, which has been in production from 1990 to 1995. As you can see, it has body color bumpers and golden Honda emblem. Normally it comes with 15-inch alloy from factory. In this particular car it has been changed with a 17-inch one. Inside you have full leather interior with wood grain inserts, automatic climate control, premium sound system, power windows, power mirrors with defogging function, electronic seats with 2 memory function for the driver, and cruise control. Other standard features include sunroof with tilt function, ABS brakes, airbags for the driver and the passenger, and central locking with keyless entry. You have nice comfortable leather seat with plenty of legroom at the back. Now this seat has got reclining functions as well. We have electric seats at the front. As you can see, the leather is pretty badly damaged. It actually came with a seat cover. I've removed the cover to show you the electric controllers of the seat. Only one engine was offered with the second generation of Honda Legend, which is a single overhead cam 3.2 liter V6 with 4 miles per cylinder. Now this one makes in Australia 145 kilowatts of power at 5,500 RPM and 275 Newton meter of torque at 4,500 RPM. Now in USA there was another version of the engine offered from 1993, which is a C32A5, which makes 172 kilowatts of power. Now that one features high flow intake and an aggressive cam profile. At the back you have a nicely carpeted large boot area which offers plenty of space to carry all your luggage. You also have a dedicated box area on the right hand side for any small loose items. Now before I go to the front, I'll just quickly show you an interesting function of this vehicle. This one actually comes with reclining seats at the back. So you press this button here and you got yourself a reclining seat. Another thing to look for in the back as well is in this armrest you got some basic stereo controller with the factory stereo. Obviously you can turn it on and off. You can stick between different radio stations and obviously change the volume as well. Now get in the front and have a look at the interior now. On the left obviously you got the passenger side vent and you got the passenger side airbag, glove box, center air vents, clock, the hazard light switch and the clock settings underneath. Now you have the air conditioning controller, automatic controller with this one here. Normally it comes with the Bose stereo with 6 CD changer or 10 CD changer. Now this has been swapped with a JVC MP3 player with auxiliary input. You got the cigarette lighter or 12 volt here, the ashtray, 4-speed automatic transmission with individually option to select all 4 gears. Another storage here. I forgot to mention earlier, you got another 12 volt in the back as well. Now on the left hand side on this section we have the rear window defogger, the instrumentation panel, brightness controller, and obviously this one comes with the sunroof. So the sunroof controllers are here. You can you can turn them fully open, close, or the tilt function. And this is pretty much common on all the Honda that used to have on that time. The Honda Prelude 3rd Gen had the similar position as well. Now central locking, power seat controller for the driver, and it's got 2 memory function as well. And you got the window, the mirrors defogger on this one, mirror controllers, power window controllers as well. Cruise control function select on and off, and the main function can be turned on and off from this button. Obviously your headlight switch and the indicator switch and the intermittent wiper switch and the reading lamp. The instrumentation panel cluster is quite simple. As you go to accessories, you got few warning lights on the top and the left and the right as well. Then you got the door indicator at the bottom and obviously the gear indicator in the middle. The middle section is covered basically by the rev counter on the left and the speedometer on the right. On the bottom left hand side you got the coolant temperature, and the bottom right hand side you got the fuel gauge. Next we're gonna drive the car and tell you more about it. I have been driving this car for the last 2 weeks, pretty much on a daily basis. I will first start with the interior. I really like the interior. It is simple and clean, so you got every single control within the reach of your hand. You got the air conditioner just there, power mirror controller just there, and the central locking and the sunroof controller just within the grasp of your hand. The build quality is very good. It's almost more than 20 years old, this car, and you know, everything is still very solid. There is no creaking or loose noise as you drive along, and very comfortable still. And I really like the comfortable rear seat with reclining function as well. Now, if I have any complaint about the interior, it would be that, you know, when you're driving on a long journey, there is no footrest for the right hand side foot. So, you know, there's something just me complaining. Now, there's another thing that I should say about this car is, though it is very comfortable ride, the suspension is still quite good for handling on a sporty ride as well. Now, coming to the engine is fantastic, very smooth. It doesn't give you the raw power, but it can pull. That 147 kilowatt definitely comes in handy when you're driving. Now, the transmission is smooth as well. It's a pity it doesn't have a sports mode where you can hold the transmission for a longer period of time. But in USA and Japan, they come with 5-speed manual or 6-speed manual transmission, which would be, I bet, a lot more fun to drive. Now, the fuel economy, the official figures are, I think, 9.5 liter per 100k on highway and 12.5 in a city environment. I've got 10.35 liter in last 2 weeks. So I pretty much get up to 600 kilometers once I fill up the tank, which is quite acceptable, quite reasonable for a 3.2 liter V6 car. If you are considering buying this vehicle, please make sure that it has got good service history and all the brake fluids and the coolants and everything has been flushed on a regular interval. The engine on this car is fantastic. They last a long time, so even if you find one with high mileage, do not be scared to have a look, because like I said, they last a long time as long as the regular service and everything's been done properly. Now, there are a few alternatives if you're looking for this sort of car. You can probably consider a BMW 5 Series, which is a rear-wheel drive car, a fantastic comfort level, and the build quality is fantastic as well. I think one of the best 5 Series ever made, E34, in this similar time frame. Then you can also look for it. Another Japanese car is Toyota Cressida, 3 liter inline 6 around this time, and in rear-wheel drive again. Comfort level is similar. But I think not as technically advanced as this one, because this one actually shares a few components with NSX. Now, there's another one you can consider as well, a Volvo 850, which is a front-wheel drive inline 5, not as much powerful as this one. Obviously, there's the turbo version, but normally the inline 5 is not as much as powerful. The build quality on this car again is fantastic, so that's something to consider as well. I personally prefer the BMW among all the other 3 alternatives that I mentioned, but bear in mind this is a fantastic looking car as well. So if you find one in a good condition with a good service history, definitely go for it. Hopefully this video was helpful. I'll catch you next time.